I'm here in New York City. That's the skyline, minus the Twin Towers, which were right about there. That some Muslims crashed into. I'm here because I'm going to Wall Street. I want to ask the protesters what they're protesting. I think they are against capitalism, and I think capitalism is a great thing. That's how our country got to be so the best in the world, and I'm curious, so I'm going to ask them why they're there and why they're mad. So here we go. Do you know about Jesus Christ? Can I give you this?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna give it to the people on Wall Street.
Oh yeah.
Because I think that's the solution to everyone's problem.
Hello.
You know Jesucristo?
Yeah, I'm a Christian.
You are? Awesome!
Yeah, me 7-day Adventist.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
I have a friend who's a Seventh-day Adventist. Well, oh, that's your Bible?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to tell the people on Wall Street about Jesus.
We are the nurses. America's nurses. Occupy Wall Street. Everywhere we go. People want to know who we are. So we tell them.
CNN. What are the Occupy Wall Street protesters protesting?
Well, I think that what they're protesting is sort of capitalism gone awry, which is that I don't believe there are some people who are protesting just capitalism in general, but what I believe that they're actually protesting is the vast inequity of the system. You know, for instance, Time Magazine's has on their cover the statistic that 20% of the population owns 85% of the wealth, leaving 80% of the population to divvy up 15% of the wealth of the country. I think that idea is what they're protesting. Not necessarily capitalism, not necessarily corporations, but the inequity.
Oh, so how do we fix the inequity without having the government tell people what to do?
It's a good question. I think that I don't actually have all of the answers. I believe that what they are proposing, the Occupy Wall Street people are proposing, is greater regulation, higher taxation on the, at least from what I've heard, the top 1% of the populace, the wealthiest populace, in order to provide more equity for the rest of the country.
But don't the rich people, aren't they the ones who create all the jobs? Poor people don't create jobs.
Well, I think a lot of the middle class do too. Like, for instance, small business owners aren't necessarily rich people, but they do create the majority of the jobs. I think that one of the issues is that there's so much wealth at the top right now. Corporations are sitting on so much cash, the wealthy are sitting on so much cash that it's not, that's not trickling down.
Well, I know GE doesn't even pay taxes.
That's right.
And they're friends with Obama.
They're friends with a lot of people. I think that a company like GE has their hands in virtually every pocket, and I think that that's one of the messages of Occupy Wall Street is that it really doesn't matter if you're Democrat or Republican. The whole system is sort of bought.
So the paparazzi's occupying full moose now.
Misadventure. I am a combination of entertainment and activism that no one's ever seen before. I'm a gender-bending New York City freakazoid. Entertainment and activism.
Can I interview you?
Loved you on SNL.
Hi.
Loved you on SNL.
Thanks. Hello. Can I interview you?
Sure, hold on, let me take a selfie.
Okay. I do want to save our republic.
Okay.
Okay, so why are you here?
I'm here because the banks and the corporations that were bailed out by our taxpayer dollars are sitting on $2 trillion of capital that they're not reinvesting into our financial system. Instead, they're doling out $1 million bonuses and buying corporate jets.
Did you know that Obama is friends
Oh yeah, I'm not exonerating Obama from any of the blame either. I think it's systemic.
Did you vote for Obama?
Yes, I did.
Are you going to vote for him in 2012?
I'm certainly not voting for a GOP candidate. I can't make matters any worse.
So you're going to vote for Obama, and he's the one who's in bed with the corporations?
It's who's in bed less with the corporations when you have to make a decision for the presidency.
So you're not concerned that he's a Marxist?
You're speaking to a democratic socialist yourself right now. So no, I don't believe that he's a Marxist in the truest sense of Marxism and the manifesto. I think that he believes in social justice, financial justice, Jesus stuff that the GOP really isn't getting these days.
But Jesus said a man should work for his living, not get a handout.
Jesus was about helping the poor, ma'am. I think you've got a different version of the Bible than I do.
So if socialism is so good, why does everyone around the world come to our country?
We don't have socialism right now. Well, you're trying to say socialism's so good, why are they coming here?
Why does everyone move here for an opportunity?
Well, have you seen the latest illegal immigration numbers? The numbers are actually going down. Not even the illegal immigrants want to come here anymore.
Well, that would be good.
Well, see, there's the other thing. There's 11 million of them here, and I hear you GOP talk about getting rid of them. Do you realize the sheer logistics of getting rid of 11 million people? Even if you had every bus in the country loaded up, they would never stop coming. You've got to come up with a reform.
Okay, so right now, 50% of Americans pay taxes and 50% do not. So if everyone gets free stuff, who's going to pay for it?
Oh, you mean, are you asking me to cry a tear for the poor billionaires who may have to actually put in extra money? Oh yeah, I'm going to really shed a tear for that. End the wars, tax the rich. That's how we get out of the deficit. And I'm not talking about the rich, I'm talking about the super rich. The 400 individuals who are billionaires who control some obscene percentage of the wealth of the country.
So this is only about 400 people.
No, it's a systemic. Oh, but we're talking about.
But class warfare is Marxist.
Oh, tell that to the super rich who have been waging class warfare against the poor and the middle class. Are they being Marxist as well? Here's the thing. Capitalism is like a poker game. The idea is to win as many chips as possible. And when you win more chips than everybody else, what happens? People have to borrow to stay in the game. That's why millions of Americans are so high in debt right now. And what happens is when you can't borrow anymore, the game's over. I'm not saying you can't make money, but you can't be so rich that you break the game for everyone else. And that's what's going on right now.
What college did you go to?
University of Maryland, College Park.
University of what?
Maryland, College Park.
How did you pay for that? Because I couldn't afford college.
I put myself through college, thank you.
Not your parents?
Not my parents.
So what's wrong with everyone doing it the way you did it?
I'm not saying that is wrong, but I'm also not leaving out that others might need help. We can't, as a society, just ignore the people who have fallen through the cracks.
But capitalism...
What would Jesus do?
Hey, Oprah Winfrey had nothing, now she's a billionaire. That's capitalism.
So we're all just supposed to roll the dice and hope that we become billionaires?
So
forget about the poor and the...
Okay, you want everyone to be equal. How are you going to make everyone equal in good looks and smart brains? Everyone's not created equal.
How do you that's the most inane question I think you've asked. How am I going to make everyone good looking?
Everyone to get the same amount of money, the same college, the same house, the same car.
Don't put words in my mouth.
Okay, what do you want?
I don't think you'll ever have a completely equal system, but you cannot have a system where the obscenely wealthy are breaking the system for everyone else. And I'll tell you why. Historically, if you look at Russia, if you look at France, the French Revolution, if you look at Rome, it has always been when there is such a disparity between the super wealthy and the poor that it leads to revolution. I'd rather not see that happen to our republic.
Three more questions.
Playing the devil's advocate or not.
Oh no, this is Victoria Jackson, SNL.
Oh, you are. Hi, Victoria Jackson. I know you are.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to ask you.
One second, let me get my picture.
Okay, were you guys inspired by the thing in the Egyptian protests and the Middle East protests?
Referring to the Arab Spring?
Yeah.
Absolutely. When the social media like Facebook and stuff has really brought together people in an almost in an updated non-violent protest fashion, much in line with Dr. Martin Luther King and Gandhi.
But they were violent.
No. The regimes became violent against them.
I have a feeling.
The Gandhi quote is, first they ignore you, then they mock you, then they fight you, and then you win.
I'm in the Tea Party. So
I've seen you speak for the Tea Party.
yes, but we're not violent. We don't even leave litter. Okay, so how come
You're not violent?
No.
You don't think you promote violence?
How come Van Jones is promoting violence for you guys?
Let me just press the camera button, the camera icon.
Okay. How come Van Jones is asking you guys to be Jeez! Save America!
I don't know how good I did.
All right, let's try it again.
Make some space, guys!
Yeah, that works. That's fine.
good?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, how come Van Jones is encouraging violence?
You've got me there. I'm not familiar with that, Van Jones.
You know Van Jones is a communist.
I'm not familiar with Van Jones. I can't speak on
You're
it.
not familiar with him?
You stumped me on one question out of 20. I think I did pretty good.
Tax rich! And the war! Tax rich!
And the war, tax the rich.
And the war! Tax rich!
And the war, tax the rich. Bring us to the front.
How do we end the deficit? End the war, tax the rich. How do we end the deficit? End the war, tax the rich. How do we end the deficit? End the war, tax the rich.
So you don't think that Obama's stirring up racial and class warfare, and it's straight out of Rules for Radicals written by Saul Alinsky?
I'm sorry, did you just ask me if I believe that Obama's waging a racial war?
Yeah.
Victoria.
He said the police acted stupidly, referring to the white cop. Remember that?
Just over the Harvard professor who
Yeah.
arrested him.
Obama said the
Based on
police
that
acted
one comment-
Oh no.
Based on that one comment,
He
you're
was-
surmising that.
he let the Black Panthers not be punished for voter intimidation.
Didn't you just hear his recent speech that got him into hot water with the Black Caucus, where he told them to take off their bedroom slippers and stop complaining and whining? Why would he do that if he's trying to divide the country racially in favor of the blacks? Come on, Victoria. You undermine you have some legitimate
I have a
concerns, but you
picture of
undermine
him with the Black Panthers. It's on YouTube yesterday.
There's also pictures of him from the Tea Party dressed as a jungle native. So I wouldn't.
Okay, I got a good one. He went to a church for 20 years where Jeremiah Wright preached black liberation theology. In their mission statement, it says white people are the devil, and he
He's
said
renounced all of
he's
that.
been there 20 years.
He renounced all.
He renounced it. Now he's all of a sudden he doesn't hate white people.
And Rick Perry just had a hunting club that had the name Niggerhead, that he didn't have removed from the rock forever. Come on.
I don't think Rick Perry
Are we going to talk
wrote the
about
word
real
on the
issues,
rock.
or are we going to talk about these little
Okay,
back and
the
forth?
real issue is Obama is a Marxist and he's stirring up racial divide and class warfare on
Obama is
purpose.
the greatest Republican president since Eisenhower. There is nothing even close to being liberal about him. The last liberal president we have ever had is Lyndon Johnson. That's it. That's the truth. Obama is a corporatist. He is essentially an Eisenhower Republican. The difference between him and the Republican Party today is the Republican Party today are neo-fascists. They want to put corporations in control and put government on the bottom, basically. So, and that structure is the same structure that exists in China, where corporations tell the government what to do. It undermines democracies and dictatorships alike.
Do you think that Obama will attempt to take
Here's my last question. Do you believe in God?
Yes, I do.
What religion are you?
I'm a Christian, but I'm a true believer of Christ in his teachings of helping the poor and the needy and the downtrodden.
take it, use it, and charge him back?
But Jesus didn't tell the government to do it. He told an individual to do that.
But if Jesus were here today, he would help the poor.
Jesus was a Marxist. Are you kidding?
He didn't say the
Loaves and
government.
fishes.
He never said the government should do it. He said that I should do
He
it.
wanted to redivide the wealth and kick the moneylenders out of the temple.
When we have the power to divide the loaves and the fish ourselves, then we can do it ourselves. But right now,
Start implementing high
we don't even have that ability.